Hello, hello, hello. I am Gepwin. This is Mac Game Review, where I tell you what you can play on your Mac and other Apple devices. So today I'm taking a look at Fez. Fez is probably the, if not, now one of the. I'm just gonna say one of the. Fez is one of the original indie games. Uh, was made by Phil Fish of Polytron Corporation, and it was one of the original three. It was like Fez, Braid, and Super Meat Boy. And that is what kind of kicked us off into this wonderful age of indie developed games that we are in now. Now, this came out on Mac. Oops, missed a jump there. This came out on Mac in September. I'm sorry it's taken me a bit to get to it, but I haven't had a YouTube channel since then. I just want to say first off, before I start this first look, first impression in earnest, thank you all so much for this amazing upwelling of support. I certainly was not expecting such a huge amount of support for this channel. I did not know people were in such a need for, oops, dang it. Hard to talk and play at the same time. I did not know people were in such need for a Mac gaming channel, so I really, really appreciate it. I'm going to keep bringing out videos. Please let me know what you like, what you don't like. We can make this the channel that you want together. So again, just thanks so much. I really appreciate all of your support, and I appreciate every single subscriber. So, Fez. Back to the game. What is it about Fez that we have not said already? Oh, this owl looks at you. That's kind of cool. I bet that's been said already, though. So the main thing to note when you're looking at an old game that's been put over on Mac is how it runs, because that's really the main thing. If you've seen the hype, you've looked at Fez, you've been so excited and just waiting for a Mac version, you want to know if it runs, and it runs great. Now, I'll be honest with you, my screen recorder that I use does not play well with a lot of things. Ah, dang, I'm falling a lot today. It does not play well with a lot of games. So I will have some slight frame drops and problems on some things that I record, which is something I'm looking into, but Fez, nothing. That doesn't even appear to lag at all. If you notice any slight lag or quality, I'm gonna, wait a minute, let's see. If you notice anything, there we go. I made it. It is because of the recorder, it's not because of the game. The game runs perfectly. Just wanted to point that out. I am so bad today. Anyone who is watching this and going, oh my god, look how bad he is, try talking about a game while you're trying to do platforming. So to anyone who is not aware, Fez is a puzzle platformer. So, you're jumping. Puzzle platformers are all about jumping. The big twist with Fez is that you get this hat, the Fez. It's a magic hat. And it allows you to see your two-dimensional world in 3 dimensions. So apparently you are the only person that's capable of flipping the world around like this, and it changes your perspective. So like right here, I cannot get up to that next level. There's no way that I could do it. But if I change my perspective, I can jump over here to this nice wide platform that was a teeny little platform a minute ago, and continue my way around. That's really what the game is about. It's puzzle platforming based on how your perspective changes when you can look at things from a different angle. I'm gonna bet that I have to take some of these platforms up that keep appearing in the lightning. So it's a very interesting idea for a game, very well executed. You can see that the spinning animation, it looks neat, it really makes you feel like something's happening, it doesn't just switch views. It's also very smooth, and it's really cool, actually, how, you know, everything looks like a standard stylized 2D world, and then you see that it's actually rendered in 3 dimensions. And I need to figure out how to get up here. So that's most of the game. You're jumping around and you're changing your perspective on things to see where you can jump around. Now, I'm sorry if I made that sound a little dry. It is a teeny bit, in my honest opinion. I will admit I have not beaten this game yet. I'm doing a little first impression. I've played it for a few hours. And, it gets a little bit repetitive. Now, you jump, you can't find a place to jump, you change your perspective, and you find out that you can jump better. There's nothing really wrong with that, but I found it getting repetitive in about the first level. Now, there are elements being added in to help with that. This, for instance, here where you have to wait for the lightning in order to see these invisible platforms. That's very clever, and I like that. So I'm glad that it's continuing to add new elements in to help with some of the repetitive nature, but even so, see here, I can't get anywhere, so I change the perspective, and I can get somewhere, except that I'm bad at jumping. Ah! So you see, that is my only point, and it's my only gripe, really. That the solution to the puzzle is pretty much always rotate the level slightly. I thought the platform was there. Which is not horrible in itself, but it could get slightly repetitive. Let's shut up for a second while I make this jump. There we go. Just could get slightly repetitive, so it's something to be aware of. It's certainly not a flaw with the game. I think that it works well. It's really not much more repetitive than any other puzzle platformer, like Mario. You're running to the right and you're jumping on things. And that is the original, like, hailed it as one of the best games of all time platformers, so I really don't think... There we go. I really don't think that that's a problem. I think it's just a small gripe I wanted to point out to y'all. So other than the jumping, you're trying to get these squares. I just picked one up. We're trying to get these yellow squares. Once you get enough of these yellow squares, it creates a big square. And the big squares are what lets you get into the different levels on the game, each one requiring a different number of squares. They're kind of like the stars in Mario. Mario stars that you need to grab to unlock different bits of the level. In 64. I do not believe that the earlier one had stars. I haven't played it in too long. I do not know what this is. And then you have this little cube floaty something or other that tells you what's going on. Oh, I can pick a destination on the warp gate. That's kind of fun. So Fez is quite fun so far. There's not a huge amount to say about an indie game. I'm just gonna say it. That's actually one of the things I love about indie titles, is they pick one thing and they do it well. Instead of trying to do... Oh, that is quite neat. You can see through the portal there. Instead of trying to do everything in the world and doing none of them particularly well. This is why I enjoy the indie scene very much, so I'm going to be bringing you more indie games. Also because a lot of indie games now are releasing on Mac simultaneously. I may have been here. Because Unity and a lot of the new engines make it very easy to develop for multiple platforms simultaneously. And we love anyone who does that here at Mac Game Review, don't we? Yes, we do. That's why Blizzard is one of my favorite developers of all time. Not only do they make great games, but they release it on everything, so I get to play them when I want. Let's get over here. So I was expecting this to be a slightly longer impressions review thing. So let me just talk about that for a second, actually, since I seem to have got a little time here. I do mostly impressions. I say it's Mac Game Review because it flows better. And I don't pretend to do a super comprehensive review. I hope no one thinks that I do. I'm not trying to claim that. Oh, there we are. See? Didn't turn the level enough. Didn't turn the level enough to solve the puzzle. I hope that no one thinks I'm claiming to do super comprehensive reviews, because I'm simply not. I'm doing mostly sort of impressions, quasi-reviews, depends on the length of the game. It's unfortunately not realistic to beat every game before I can make a video. I'm just one man. I do not have that kind of time. So, just wanted to get that out of the way, just clarify that, make sure that it's clear, make sure I'm not, giving anybody a false impression of what I'm trying to do. Oops, I need to go back over there. Now that is me playing Fez. I do recommend this game, I think. It depends on what you like all things. All things with reviews depend on what you like. Reviews are completely subjective. I mean, there are a couple of objective things you can do, like, do these controls not work? Does the game not function on this computer? Things like that, but... Ooh, open the chest. A treasure chest. Those are the kind of only objective things you can look at. Subjectively, I enjoy this game. I think people who like puzzle platformers will enjoy it. It certainly brings a slightly new direction to the puzzle platformer. I think it can get a tiny bit repetitive, but so can most platformers. It's certainly not your, fast-paced, rage twitchy platformer. This is kind of lower-paced puzzle thing. There is some backtracking, a little bit of repetitiveness in a couple of the levels, but it does keep throwing the new things at you, like this box here. This box, invisible platforms, throws new things, which is nice. Do I have to take it down? That's a problem. I need to push it the other way. Sorry, I got distracted by the puzzle. So, it puts new things in your way. New obstacles, new puzzles to figure out, which is very nice. Keeps it from getting too repetitive. That's the only thing I would say. If you think that you'd get a little annoyed by that, then it might not be for you, because that is the entire game. But then you probably do not enjoy puzzle platformers quite as much, so you might not want to pick it up in the first place. Oop, I found another door. Didn't mean to go there. So this is Fez. It is available for $9.99 everywhere I've seen it. I know it's on Steam. It is on Good Old Games if you like that. I'm sure there are other retailers that I haven't seen. Whatever your favorite is, they probably have Fez. So popular. And it's popular for good reason. That's kind of all you can say about a game that has been this well publicized. I mean, believe some of the hype. Believe some of the hype. Don't get into the creator's weird little breakdown that he had a couple months ago. But this is definitely a great game, worth picking up. Spend your $10, enjoy yourself for a few hours. I am Gepwin. I hope you've enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. Again, thanks for the huge upwell of support I got. Really wasn't expecting it. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much for being here. Like, subscribe, share, comment. I really want to have a conversation about these games with anyone who's interested. Let me know what you like about the channel, what you don't like. I am willing to change it together to get it to be what you need from your Mac Gaming channel. So, again, I am Gepwin. Thank you for watching, and I will see you soon.